want to talk about supply. What do you do if your business has an obligation to supply goods or services and because of COVID-19 you're unable to? And what do you do if your business is dependent on receiving supply in order to service your customers? I want to talk about the legal issues that arise in those circumstances, and I want to address some practical ways of dealing with those problems. I want to introduce two legal terms that you've no doubt been hearing a lot about: frustration and force majeure. Force majeure is a clause that you will find in your contract that will deal with an unexpected event that renders performance of that contract impossible. Force majeure will only arise if you have that clause. So you don't need to consider force majeure if your contract does not provide for it. Frustration is different. It may apply to all contracts. It's the principle that says a person is not required to perform where an unexpected event has made that performance impossible, or it has so radically altered the bargain that the parties had contemplated when they first made that contract. But there's a problem with frustration. Courts are loath to find that a contract has been frustrated. There's a very real difference between performance that is impossible and performance that is just made harder or been delayed. The real trap is you can only rely on frustration to terminate a contract. That means you've taken the step to terminate without certainty as to whether you're entitled to do so. That's the real problem. That's the difficulty. I want to suggest a simple 5-step framework for dealing with these problems. First, identify the source of the problem. Why can't you supply? What is the impact of being unable to supply? And write it down. Second, identify alternatives. Look beyond your existing contractual relationships if you need to. Think about other sources of supply. Third, engage with your suppliers and with your customers. Be open and honest in communication about the difficulties you're both experiencing. Fourth, make sure you write down the practical solution and make clear that it's a temporary one. Don't run the risk of your temporary solutions altering the underlying contract. Finally, be realistic. If this supply relationship or your customer relationship cannot work, then don't persist. Take steps now to be realistic about whether the contract can continue. To get immediate clarity on what your business is facing, contact Aptum.